Moin Leute und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Video von What Remains of Edith Finch. Wir waren beim letzten Mal stehen geblieben beim guten alten Calvin, soweit ich das noch in Erinnerung habe. Und ich meine sogar schon bei der Barbara. Ja, ich würde mal sagen, starten wir mal rein. Quatsch mal nicht zu lang. Lasst auf jeden Fall dem Video eine positive Bewertung da. Ein Däumchen nach oben, würde mich immer freuen. Viel Spaß. Genau. Wir sind bei der Barbara stehen geblieben. Genau. Seht es
I
gerade.
always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Ah, das hatten wir schon.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great 3.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror.
So, ich habe das jetzt mal ein bisschen vorgespult. Beziehungsweise schnell geskippt. Was hatten wir beim
Edie
letzten Mal
told me all
schon?
Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Genau. Und jetzt ja, ganz normal. So, es wird gespeichert. Das ist doch mal schön. Haben wir sonst noch hier noch was im Angucken? Okay. Alles klar. Wäre nicht durch. Wieder zurück. 8.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Würde ich mal sagen, gehen wir mal runter und spielen mal mit der Spieluhr. Denke ich mal, ein sehr, sehr guter Plan. Haben wir mal jetzt mal ein bisschen lauter gestellt. Geht's ja dann. Spielen wir es doch mal. Die Richtung geht's nicht. Jetzt, Sattle. Gehen wir mal down under. Moinsen. Wo ich will eine Runde spielen, bitte. Schade.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Und nicht schlecht.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Gott, ich sehe nix. Dermaßen dunkel, ich sehe kein bisschen irgendwo. Tut mir leid, aber ich sehe wirklich echt nur, wo ich hingelatscht. In die Richtung geht. Also in die Richtung. Ah, okay, gut.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Morning. Oh.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Eine Modelleisenbahn hier gebaut. Walter. Machen wir gleich. Ist nichts. Starten wir doch mal rein.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Und rein.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Ich hätte es irgendwie auch mit. Du musst es mit der Maus steuern. Also wieder.
Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
Hey, das ist 2005.
Whatever that thing was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Dieses Mal ist kein Zug gekommen, gell?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Nein. Halt dich fest.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Oof.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
By the way, was ich auch noch zeigen wollte, ich habe bei der allerersten Folge hier runtergeschaut. Aufgefallen, dass sie ein bisschen dick ist. Also entweder hat die echt zu viel Maggis gefuttert oder die ist einfach schwanger. Und das mit 17!
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Hier hat er sein Müll hingeschmissen. Die ganzen Dosen.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Ja, die Schienen, die sind jetzt stillgelegt.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Gott, der hatte Züge geliebt. Wurde selbst von einem überfahren. Welch Ironie.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Mal schnell, ich bin gleich wieder da. Ah, jetzt mal mein Fenster jetzt mal zu. Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr das kennt, aber ihr wollt zocken und habt ein dunkles Spiel, dann kommt die Sonne halt einfach rein und dann seht ihr einfach gar nichts mehr. Das war gerade so mein Fall. Ja, da hinten hast du noch ein bisschen Zivilisation. Auch.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Ich finde das so heftig, ey.
I think
So
we've been
geil
surrounded
gemacht.
by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Fahrrad.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Du Scheiße, das sind alle Tiere, die sie hatten.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Alter. Christopher, der Fisch. 5 Jahre hat er gehalten. Shadow, die Katze, 10 Jahre. Oliver, die Mühlmaus. Mein Gott. Herzen Teufel ist ein Hund oder so. Bob. 4 Jahre.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Jeder hat so sein eigenes, ja, kann man das sagen, Skulptur oder so. Seht ihr einen Stern?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
es irgendwie nicht scharf stellen. Ah, jetzt da.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Das ist also das Anfangshaus, oder wie? So. Jo, Meister, servus, ich auch rein.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Mein Gott, ist diese Geschichte düster, ey.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
Hey, nö.
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ich hab doch gesagt, die ist schwanger. Mein Gott, bitte brich jetzt nicht. Ja.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Also der Typ war auf jeden Fall Jäger. Ja. Kann man hier ganz leicht heraussehen. Airline-Ticket. Okay. Nein. Gib's auf.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Now, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Guck mal.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to... Great shot, Don!
Geweint. Mein Gott.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Soll ich da hinrennen? Okay.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's...
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Jo. Das. Uff. Das ist heftig. Alter. Mein Gott, ey. Ja, Leute, wir sind jetzt schon wieder am Ende angelangt dieser Folge. Es ist unfassbar brutal, was alles hier passiert. Es ist auch unfassbar interessant, weiter zu erkunden. Wenn ihr darauf auf jeden Fall mehr Bock habt, lasst ein Like da, lasst ein Abo da und auch gerne einen Kommentar da. Ja, dann würde ich sagen, dann sehen wir uns bei der nächsten Folge wieder. Tschüss, bis dann.